from the No Invite Podcast.
All right, bang, we in this thing. It's the motherfucking No Invite Podcast. We are back. I am sorry for the wait. I know you missed me. I know. I've been out and about. I've been a renegade out there, you know what I'm saying? Ain't been checking in. I'm doing what I want to. All that shit. But we in the building right now. We got Pep Mendo.
What's good with your boy?
What's up with the player, man? You know I had to come tap in with you, bro. You kind of like a like a permanent fixture too on the No Invite, man. You've been the most consistent guest. I have other people that have been trying to get with me on the podcast, man, and I promise y'all I will get to y'all, but just, you know, it's coronavirus, you got to move certain types of ways, you know what I mean? So I'm moving accordingly. So how you been?
Good, bro, good. Just, you know, just trying to keep this content coming for y'all and, bro, just, you know, working and taking care of the family like everybody else, bro.
Keep that content flowing.
And that's for sure. That's for sure,
man. I've been trying to do that. Like I was just saying, my listeners are probably pissed off at me because I took a 2-week break. But you got to understand something, man. I mean, I've been at it. This is going to be episode like 38, I think.
39?
Some shit like that. I don't even fucking remember that's how long I've been at it. But y'all gotta give it to me, man, because I've been really consistent. I don't think I've been this consistent in the podcasting game since I started.
For sure, and that's what it's about, that consistency, and we definitely, bro, you know, I definitely like coming on here every time, bro. We always, you know, have a good time, chop it up, always some real shit. Good
conversation, man. That's what it's about, man. You know what I mean? And especially now, man, everything, the way things are going and how everything's moving around, I feel like the people really do need, I think they need a positive distraction. I'm not going to say the podcast is a distraction. It is and it isn't, but it's a distraction that's going to keep you at least still paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll talk about topics and stuff like that, and hopefully we'll give people just a different perspective for them to, you know, like, form their own opinions on, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, and I feel in general, especially if you're from our area, you know, it's good to listen to because you're always going to have, like, what's popping, what's coming out. You know, what local artists are doing what, and, you know, what's going on in the world, you know, and always, you know, to support us and what we're doing out here because we really doing it for y'all.
Basically, that's it. We really doing it for y'all, and we doing it for the money. No, I'm just kidding. We're doing it for both, y'all. You know, like, I'm not... I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I mean, I do this, and I fell into this because I really like it. But the object of the goal is to get eventually paid for something that you really like to do or you love to do, correct?
For sure.
I mean, we all want to do that. We all have ambitions and we all have visions of things. And I know I pretty much speak for everyone almost. There's some of y'all got some great jobs that I can't really, that I wouldn't, you know, I'm sure you wouldn't trade for nothing, but we just trying to do it. We trying to get to that point too. We trying to get to our dream job. You know what I mean? To me, this would be a dream job if I got paid for this shit. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. And what do they say? When you're doing something you love, bro, you never really work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Know? So it's like that's the way I feel. Like I follow a lot of these guys that you know started from the concrete up. You know, like even like remember the old school CMC shit, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I feel is like the foundation for what I'm doing. You know, like you check out the Trace Nunez's, the Chuy Gomez's, and you know, I bet you at first it was just always kind of like they were teeter-tottering in the air, but eventually they became fixtures in the Bay Area. I feel like they're just as credible as any artist. You know, is the DJs that play the music and, you know, show love.
Oh, for sure, they're legendary. When I think of those guys, and I think of the Bay Area. That's what I think about. I think about fucking. To me, they're artists too. You know what I'm saying? To me, they're like a part of that. They're a part of they live in my memories. You feel what I'm saying? That's my childhood. You know, and not to date them or nothing like that, but they're legends. You know what I'm saying? There's certain artists that you could listen to, whether it's, you know, like you said, like a DJ, a VJ, or a fucking. Or actual fucking...
Or a ZJ.
Or a ZJ. And if you have to ask what that is...
You probably can't
afford it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, that's back from the prostitution days. You know, y'all don't know nothing about that.
That beer fest, that shit was on the other night.
That beer fest, bro. That's like one of my go-to movies, man. No matter what.
But it was for sure, bro. I feel the same shit, bro. Like I ended up looking at almost with like Chuy Gomez and all these guys. Like, bro, I was raised with these motherfuckers because I mean they was on, bro, since we were in fourth grade.
That was after school. You come home, you know what I'm saying? You pull up to the pad and shit, and they on, and there wasn't no internet, so how the fuck was we looking at our independent videos? Like, you'd be lucky if you get some, like, you know, some underground shit from the Bay Area on BET.
Yeah.
It wasn't out of the question, but it'd pop up, or you'd get it on BET Uncut on the late night where they just play whatever. But it was rare that you would see some kind of representation on your TV from out here. So it was definitely needed. Same thing with what's happening on the East Side. Remember that?
Oh yeah, for sure. What's happening on the East Side? Even we did Represent the Bay.
Represent the Bay. I was on that.
Yeah, remember? Shout out Jason Larson. You feel me?
Bro.
Shout out Knox Smith, man. Everybody that was part of that whole project. But no, for sure, man. And I feel like they kind of laid down the foundation for what we're doing now, and I respect them, and I feel like they're still getting paid for what they're doing. You know, you see Trace Dogg, he's managing Cypress Hill. Yeah, you know, man. And these are all guys from the Bay Area, so I feel like, you know, it's definitely something that, you know, we have a passion for. We've been seeing for a long time. Is you want to emulate. You know, you want to see. You want to get paid.
Lay down the blueprint
and dealing with artists and dealing with art as your job. Like, who wouldn't want that? You know, like
they lay down the blueprint and shit. So it's only natural. You know what I mean? That's our representation. That's our roots right there. So we always want to build on that. You know what I mean? I'm like, to me, like, I don't just want to be like them. I want to be better. I want to push it to the next level. So then when I'm done, whoever grew up on my shit is going to take it to the next level. Like our kids, you know what I mean? The same thing with our kids. We want to make sure our kids are better than us. So whatever we lacked or we felt we lacked, we're going to give them that and whatever else they need, and hopes that they surpass us in every way. That's why motherfuckers will be like, oh, he's taller than you. Oh, I think he get more females than you. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I hope so too. He is taller than me. He is better than me. He my son. When they talk about my son, I'm like, hell yeah, I hope he do. I know he will.
I'm supposed to set him up to be better than me.
Exactly. You know, that's the whole point. We prop our kids up on our shoulders, like just like us when we're building on. It's on a foundation. You know, it's rare, and I'm not saying it's unheard of, but it's rare that you could get into a lane of something and there's nothing there have been already established. Maybe what didn't help you so much directly, but it's been there, you know?
No, for sure.
And it's rare that happens, but there is stuff like that, you know? I mean, imagine the first podcasting motherfuckers is like, they built their shit on the shoulders of radio, but they really didn't go with the radio format. You dig what I'm saying? They're like, nah, we gonna do some
pioneers
whole
in the
different
shit,
shit.
you know?
Yeah.
Pioneers in the shit, and then...
Shout out Slideshow, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. People don't give him a lot of credit, man. But Sly from the Slideshow, bro, he's been doing it for like at least a good almost 10 years, bro.
Okay.
And he's in podcasting though, and doing that, like really doing that type of shit, and he's been on it for a long time. And he don't get a lot of the recognition he deserves. And he also did work. He worked at 94.9 back in the day too.
Oh,
he worked there as an intern and shit for a minute. So he kind of like this, what I was just talking about as far as like the roots. He got his roots in radio, but really he struck off on another path. He told me the story, and I don't want to tell his story so much, but I'll kind of give you a breakdown of it. He told me a story, like he basically told him, like he woke up one day and he was like, this radio on the internet is where it's at. So he told them like he was leaving, and he was gonna leave and start doing his own website and radio station, and they laughed in his face. They said, that shit'll never fucking work. And now, you know, fast forward, even though he may not be as large as he wants to be because people have slept on him, his history speaks for itself. You know, when people say, hey, you know what I mean, like they can't take that from him. They can't take the fact that he's been doing it for 10 years.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Damn near 10 years. So shout out to the Sly Show, man. Shout out to all the motherfuckers out here grinding. You know how we do it. It's the No Invite Podcast. We always trying to encourage the up and comer. We're trying to encourage the underdog. You know, we fuck with the people, you know, and we for the people.
Exactly. And anything else would be uncivilized.
Anything else would be inexcusable. Like I have my Suri, and I have her with the British accent. Because I feel like that when you have the British accent, bro, you could say some shit and it'd be absolutely rude, but it would sound like totally like just chill, like calm. Like, you know, I hear we speak with a lot of passion and shit like that, and I'm sure I'm also stereotyping, so forgive me, because I've only met maybe like 2 people from England, you know, and actually heard actually heard an authentic English accent, you know what I'm saying? And then let's face it, we all stereotype. Keep it real.
Everything else is Austin Powers and shit.
Everything else is it's a bunch of fake shit. You know what I mean? And you know how we get mad out here about authenticity and shit like that. It's like they be out there like fuck these motherfuckers.
I
bro.
mean,
like,
I think regardless of where you go in the world, they're like fuck these motherfuckers.
That is true too. But you know what though? They also have to understand they're just like us. We're like a cousin to them. So it's like as far as the country goes and how it was founded, right? So it's like. There's a lot of motherfuckers that say fuck y'all too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck them too, all over the world. So it's like being two of the most hated. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And I feel if not, we are like number one in in worldwide hatred. You know, I mean, and you just watch a lot of these reaction TV shows where they go around the world. And I was watching some shit on Netflix called The Patriot Act. Right,
gotta check that out. I gotta put that on my list.
Man, put that on your list. So, dude goes by different topics. You know, he has one for for drugs. He had one for why about the pandemic, about how the United States is causing global obesity. You feel me? Like basically shaking down like all these different countries for all their fresh vegetables, while we send back high fructose corn syrup and fucking Coca-Cola. You know?
Yeah, we're scum,
bro. Check that shit out, bro.
I gotta check it out. And you know what? It's crazy how scumbaggish we are. You know what I mean out here, and it's all spun to be made look normal. Like that's just our way. That's how we do it. But that's not how it has to be done. They're doing it the most cost effective for them. You know, as far as whatever that it is that they're doing. But they're sacrificing the environment. They sacrifice fucking people, relationships with other countries, the planet. You know what I'm saying? All that. So. It's crazy how what we normalize out here is like is really not. If you really stepped away from all that, all your personal interests and all your emotional, like the shit you grew up on.
Yeah.
Well, the shit you grew up, your nostalgia and all your shit. Because remember, it's embedded in us since birth. So this way of life, when you actually step away from it, you're like, it doesn't make sense. You ever work somewhere and they do all this shit that they're supposed to do ass backwards and they're like, bro, why don't we do it like this? This is how it's supposed to go, bro. Right?
I think, bro, sometimes it's just like pure entertainment value that usually a lot of these companies, they hire the stupidest people to do like, a lot of the things. So I mean, you can look at it with rhyme and reason, and sometimes it's not even what you know. It's who you know and how what way the company's ran. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of these companies look at us like just like numbers. You know, like you could die today, tomorrow someone's gonna be in your spot. They're not looking at it like. On the contrary, they're trying to take away more from us as workers. In certain situations, like we're going through contract disputes and stuff now, and
teachers, a lot of people are.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough because like we don't want over, we just want what's
fair,
yeah,
what they say is the going standard of it, because they you know what I mean, the whole way the economy is like $100,000 is cool. That's like starting for someone, but that's not enough.
No.
Right?
In California.
So think about the people that only make like $30,000, $40,000 a year working their ass off. You feel me? Yeah. You know, a little bump here and there, a little incentive here and there. Nobody wants nothing for free, but a little incentive, a little wage, tax break, something would go a long way. Mm-hmm. And not only just the tax breaks, but the education for people to know that these tax breaks are, because not everyone is internet savvy. Not everyone is even TV savvy. That's why there's a lot of sheep, and a lot of older people are the ones that are like the sheep. You see the Karens and stuff, I feel like, because they're not so tech savvy, so they rely solely on their source of information to be the television, which is the news. And since you don't have nothing on TV that questions the validity, I guess you would say, of these outlets, not only questions it, but it's taken seriously.
I mean, there's certain. People. Have you ever seen the Young Turks?
No, I get that, but I'm saying for the on TV for the average person,
for sure.
like for the average older.
And here we go again, Blaze. Like you already know who owns these things. We're gonna fall back into that whole one eye and.
Yeah,
and the way
the eye on the pyramid symbolizes them watching you take a shit in the middle of the night.
Did you see the $20 bills?
God damn it!
There's like racism written all over our money.
It is. And that's what I'm saying. It's a way of life. When you take a look back think about it. If you let go, like just you don't have to give them up, but just try to for a minute to put yourself in the shoes of you not giving a fuck about none of that. Just a blank canvas and look at our way of life and how ass backwards we do shit. It's just like, it's amazing to me that we even made it this far. Like in general, as a race of human beings, as a species, not even on no color lines or nothing, because that's ridiculous too.
No, for sure.
But nah, it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes, bro, how people think. And I don't know. I'm not perfect. Don't get me wrong. I fly off the handles. I got a lot of flaws, but at least I try to be critical, I guess you could say, of what I consume, what I listen to. You know what I mean? What I consume and how it affects me. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to tell my son a lot, because he'll be hitting me with internet stories, and I'll be like, and he'll be hitting them to me like they're law, like he's for sure, like this is true. Yeah. And I was like, look, son, I'm like, I get it. It's probably is true. It probably not. No one has really, like when the stuff the dude was saying was like, I was like, but just remember, don't just hear something on the internet and run away with it like it's law. Mm-hmm. I was like, the best thing you could do is observe the things around it and then formulate your own opinion. You know what I mean? Before you just take something, oh, this is for sure, this is it, this is law right here, like. And because
and then even then, bro, it's all speculation, bro. And even if you can have the guy that goes check the facts and goes and he goes in on the website and finds the facts, right?
The fact checker.
Yeah, but even the fact.
Well, who's the fact checker?
Exactly.
Where he grow up at? And
I mean, a lot of these fact checkers, if you ask them, Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Exactly.
You know? So let's get the fuck out of here.
Hey, and it's hella funny now, because now all over Instagram and shit, right? You see people's posts and it'd be like, find out why this is false, or you know, the fact checkers they got independent fact checkers checking people's posts, right? And it's hella funny. I was like, you motherfuckers. I was like, I don't see that on none of your fucking big corporation fucking posts, when you know that shit be lies too.
Cuddy.
Or none of these bitches with the fake titties and the fake booty and shit. They need to be an independent fact check on that, bitch, too.
And then even then, bro, like, let's do some fact checking then, right? So a lot of the shit that we're consuming, like, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it too. I like fucking drinking soda and fucking eating hamburgers and shit. Why not, right?
It's all good. To me, everything's good as long as it's in moderation.
No,
right?
I feel it. But I mean, you look at it like that. I mean, if you're gonna do some fact checking, it's like, bro, like put what's really in this shit. Like, I remember there was a report where Gatorade had an active ingredient that they use in toilet cleaner and shit, right? They took it out, and I don't know about you, bro, the Gatorade ain't never tasted different, you know? It's just like, what was it doing in the first place if you feel what I'm saying?
When I was going to college, community college, that is, I don't want to sound
that's
like...
still college, bro.
I
don't take nothing away from yourself.
You could say that, but then you know what? People are going to be like, this motherfucker, they go, you know what I'm saying? Like
UCL and
shit. Like, man, I'm not alumni because I didn't finish, but I was there though, right?
Yeah.
And when we were there, they were telling us that we were doing this study, and we had to do a report on how companies design flavors and smells and different things. There's a whole industry where they come up with, through chemicals and chemical reactions, colors, right? And that the reason what we think is grape, the reason what we think is strawberry, it's only because we've been programmed to that. Like the majority of our life, that's been the formula of cherry. Mm-hmm. But that's not really what a cherry tastes like.
That's
like,
real.
It's rare unless they say it's made with real stuff, but even that has additives. But it's rare you find something that actually tastes like, especially a candy or a high fructose type thing. That's just what we're programmed. You know what I'm saying? We're programmed. So in our mind, when we that taste, we associate that color because we see the color and the taste together. If you was to separate them, they said. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were picking different shit.
They can't. I mean, and even then though, bro, it all goes back to I don't know what you're tasting, bro. And you don't know what I'm tasting. And you ever see those things that they be posting, like, what color is the dress?
Yeah.
You feel me? So I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, bro, I don't know what the fuck, you know? Like, it could taste totally different to you than it does to me.
Totally different to you. It could be a totally different color.
You feel me?
But that's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's perspective, and I think that as human beings, that's just I don't know. It's just weird, bro. They say that how one person sees you is not how other people see you.
Exactly.
You know, shit like
or
that's
even how you
crazy.
see yourself, bro.
How you see yourself. I seen a meme, right? And since I get a lot of information from memes because they don't discriminate, they just are. And I'm not gonna say it's true, but it said a Japanese proverb. It says there's three faces that they believe that there's three faces that people have. One that you see yourself as, one they see you as, and another one that no one has ever seen you as.
Ain't he?
Like they, you know how people say there's that, you know, like he's a cool motherfucker, but if he snap, he'll, you know what I'm saying? That's probably that face that we talking about. You know what I mean?
feel you,
I know
for
bitches with like 6, 8 faces though, like, you know what I mean? And all of them got makeup on. You know what I'm saying? But that's some other shit though.
Oh shit.
You know, that's a whole different thing. Though.
Yeah, it's
like,
a whole different can of worms.
Yeah, hell yeah, bitches be psycho, bro.
I mean,
When I mean bitches, I just mean crazy bitches. So the only ones that should get offended are the crazy bitches.
Yeah,
so if
that's for
anybody gets
y'all.
mad, whatever. And and it's not a female thing because there's dudes that are bitches too. So let's get that right too.
Yep, like Pac said.
Yeah. So you know we're not targeting nobody. We're targeting everyone.
Hey, if the shoe fits, if the shoe fucking fits, wear it.
That's all it is, man. But yeah, man, this whole shit is crazy. You know, I hate to get off into that type of stuff, but people got to hear that too, and just people got to be informed, man. Protect yourself. I'm not saying don't social distance, don't do what you do, but don't be stupid neither. It's like people. I've seen people that were like in a stupid ass crowd, trying to get like.
They have coronavirus parties, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but even
Like,
then,
I don't think it gets stupider than
what
that.
are you willing to die for? It's like these motherfuckers are like trying to get like these pastries.
Yeah.
And they're deep as fuck, elbow to elbow, and I'm like, I'm good. I was like, I'll pass with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just whatever, you know. And I'm not saying it's true and it's out. You know, I'm like I said, y'all know my stance already on the whole thing, but you can't cry about situations that you put yourself in. You know, you can't say, hey, I want this to stop, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like me, like I said, I'll wear my mask, I'll do whatever I do, but
Exactly.
you know. At the same time, I'm always watching, being observant of the whole situation to make sure that it is what it is. But I seen a lot of goofy motherfuckers this weekend. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are crazy.
Right.
Goofy as fuck. Corona party shit, all that. These motherfuckers out here are retarded right now.
Exactly.
For real.
Exactly. And I mean, I feel like why we're at where we're at with even with the way that that they're starting to militarize and kidnap motherfuckers and shit like what we were talking about.
Yeah, man. I seen a video. I can't call it if it's true or not, but I seen a video and what's it called? And I seen a video of this lady. There's 2 videos. I seen one on World Star, and then I just seen one it randomly posted. Like, you know, I be on my Explore page, so shit be popping up on there, right? But it was randomly posted, and it was this lady talking. This lady showing a video of these like they look like SWAT team or something like that, or some kind of tactical team, jumping out, taking a lady supposedly, throwing her in the car, unmarked cars. No, they were not giving them no info.
Yeah.
They weren't identifying themselves, nothing. And then they also told them, get back or you will get shot. If you follow us, you're gonna get shot. That's what they told them. Like, it clear as day in audio, right? So, like I said, I take things with a grain of salt. I didn't actually see them throw the girl in there, but seen somebody back there in the video. It looked like somebody was back there. So I can't call that. But that was one video. That was one instance. And then I seen on World Star this lady from Portland, because that was in San Diego. Then the lady from Portland was part of the Portland protest. She said that they're doing the same thing out there. And they're kidnapping people. They're not taking them nowhere. She said there's people that they've taken for 2 days and they haven't heard from them. And that's illegal because they're supposed to let you 24 hours. You got to get a phone call.
Sure,
you get one phone call. You know what I'm saying? First, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, to notify people where you're at of your status and what the charges and bail and all that shit. Due process, right?
Right.
Supposedly, these are their laws, though, right?
Yeah.
These are their laws, and they're not even following them.
Bro, I mean, you even see with what's going on with the separation of families right now at the border, and they're letting 6-year-olds go up and represent themselves.
The same thing with I got my next week. I'm gonna have 2 ladies that are out here pushing the whole movement. They've been on it since it started, and they're representing it. Now I'm basically gonna put them on, bro. I don't want to spill the beans too much about it because I don't want to also be like, if it doesn't pull through, it doesn't pull through. I don't want to leave people hanging. But I got something lined up. They're real live activists. They're really live from out here, and they're gonna come. I'm basically gonna give them the floor They're gonna be on the mic, y'all. They're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give them questions like on some Vlad shit. I'm gonna just let them say their piece. You know, I want to be as minimal in the whole conversation as possible because they're really out here doing it, and they're really out here trying to make a difference. You know, and you gotta respect that. And like I said, my podcast's always been for the people. So whoever got something to say, something good to say, something progressive to say. You know, we clown and make jokes over here, but you know what I'm saying, we're really good people. You know what I'm saying? We're not creeps or animals or scum. You know, we say what we say because we have no fear of being ourselves. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, shit, we're here, you know, to let people know that, you know, you can't believe everything you see on the box. You can't trust anything.
Just to think, right?
Be vigilant.
Yeah,
be vigilant.
and think for yourself. Think for yourself. That's all it is. And if that's a crime, then I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too wrong in a world where Kanye West and Donald Trump are fighting to be president. You feel me?
Bro, do you see that shit, bro?
Come on, bro.
And it's like, look,
what
man.
next, bro? What next? You know what I mean?
I you know what? I be trying to feel bad for him, right? But then I really feel like for
Kanye West?
Yeah, in a sense like this. No, like, look. I be trying to feel bad for him because I'm like, yo, he might really be mentally fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody's like really bipolar or whatever the case is and shit, like he's trying to say he is,
MK
then you know,
Ultra.
you know, because you don't wish that upon nobody, period, right? But then every time he has these kind of situations where he pops up and he's saying something crazy and he's all over the fucking internet, he always has something for sale. And I don't know if people have picked that up or not. No, he just did the thing with the Yeezy with the Gap.
Yeah.
Did he or did he not?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did. The last time he flipped off the handle, I think he had an album out or he had something going on.
He just tried a free promo.
He just is a master manipulator. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's like the old saying is, you know, you fool me once, shame on me. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right?
Good old George W. Bush.
Yeah, I just George W. Bush that shit right now. You know, I when I hear that, I think about what's it called? J. Cole. That song with J. Cole, fucking don't save her, she don't wanna be saved. I'm lit right now, so I can't remember.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think about that. But definitely, it's like okay, now you know the first time I'm you know you fool me, whatever. That, you know, the second time, if I fucking fall for it, it's on me, bro. That's all that means for all those people that didn't never get that quote. Right. It's like the first time you got me, the second time, that's on me. I allowed that. I let you fool me, or I let you hype me up. Or that's why I'm like, I just seen that and I laugh, bro. He out there crying, having a breakdown. I'm like, I don't know if it's real. It could be part real and part not, and he just times it.
But you know, like he says it in his music too, like that he said in that Diamonds of Sierra Leone. He said, "And I throw tantrums like I am 3 years old." So
he's always been like that.
Yeah,
though,
so it's like, so bro, you can never really put a limit to what he's gonna do or what he'll do to push whatever line he's gonna push. Like you said, hey, is it a coincidence that the day that he did this outburst, this came out, and it's all.
You think it's the money though too? You think money really changes you that
Oh,
bad?
for sure, bro. For sure. Look, bro. Look at this, bro. Look at how some people act when they just get a little bit of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
really real talk, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, bro, imagine you have so much money that you can spend it on whatever you want, and you won't be able to spend it all. You know, so that's like, bro, it's and that's the ultimate test of yourself and of your morals and of the most important
your character and what you made.
And I mean, even like you said, consistency and just who you are. You know, like, are you gonna let this eat you alive? Because you ever seen that show, How the Lottery Changed My Life? You seen that shit?
Yeah, aren't they like lottery horror stories and shit or something?
Yeah. How motherfuckers fuck off all the money. You know, end up dying.
Yeah, I've heard of that shit, bro. And I've heard of that, and it's like, I feel like I've always felt like money, it doesn't necessarily change you. It just enhances shit that you were already like.
Yeah.
Because I know people with money, without money, and they're good characteristics, and they had good like moral code. So the good came out of it. I know people that had money and they were up and they were hella generous and just hella of like, I don't give a fuck about this shit because this shit doesn't make me. I'm just whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. Which is smart and not smart, because if you're going to be doing something and making some money, you should, you know, do something with it.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. But and then I've, like you said, I met people that fucking whatever, even if it's not even money, it's just attention. It just changed. Like, damn, like, bro, like, fuck, it's not that serious.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like, I mean, everybody has that one. I remember there used to be people back in the day like, bro, call me this. Like, they didn't want, you know, and it's just off of like little things, you know?
Or just like how you got a $1 million ego and you ain't got $1 million.
Bro, come on, man.
And you know what? And it's just the one where it's just like, you know, like you have to just understand that that's just some people. In order, cause like for instance, what we're doing, we you could say we're entertainment. You know what I mean? We're entertainment and content creators. We deal with all kinds of egos.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Some are cool, some are not. Some people really get that and really just be in their work mode and shit and really take their work serious and really be on their shit. And then some people don't. Some people are like really just, I'm doing this for the look. I'll do the bare minimum if I could get people to do all this shit for me, and I'm just gonna look like the coolest motherfucker. What if they were? When we were talking about fact checking and shit, I was like, damn, what if they started doing it on these cats' pictures that be fake balling and shit? They pictures and shit where they did the independent fact checker.
That's a good.
We have determined that this shit was this post is false. CY.
Bro, that's a good analogy to use. You know, just because I remember watching like, I don't know what red carpet event it was, and I think, was it one of the Amigos or was it one of their fucking watch fell apart and shit?
No, I don't remember. I haven't
yeah,
seen
well,
that.
their diamonds, all that shit just fell apart, you know. And it was
Yeah.
like, bro, where the fuck did you get that at, bro? You know, the flea market's has one less watch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and
they rent it. A lot of shit they rent. A lot of shit be fake. And it's true because they have to maintain an image, you know. And people, you know, nowadays they want the rappers to be like, that's how they wanted the rappers to be. I think our back in the day, our rappers, we really just wanted them to be what they say they were about. And if not still that, because we understood also that they would be famous at one point, but still be cool with that shit. You feel me? Like still be, you know, still be representing for it. You know what I mean? For themselves and for what they stand on. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
But,
and like you said, I mean, if you do the bare minimum, the bare minimum is gonna show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's I feel that like once you come into doing something, if you ain't doing it for one, trying to make money, or two, because you like to do it, and like I said, it's like throwing darts, right? You do 3 or 4 things that you like, you know, and then one of them really hits. You know, you hit a bullseye with that one. So, I mean, you always got to put in the work. You got to, and it's you already know, Blaze, bro. It's a headache, bro. It's a headache dealing with a lot of stuff, but it has to be done in order for it to get done. You know, it's like you got to tap in with this person. You want to put this together. You say, hey, am I sure I got cameraman? Because in this business right now is one of the biggest, flakiest businesses you could really like, bro. I've done like, we're supposed to do interviews at 12, bro, and we're sitting out there for fucking. Interview starts at 7:30. It's like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? So I mean, it's kind of your first glimpse of okay, and these are like legit people, and these are people.
I mean, you know what? I feel like with that kind of stuff, it's gonna always be like that because everybody is, because this is, we know what we're getting ourselves into, basically.
Ego,
you know?
yeah.
We know what we're getting ourselves into. We're gonna deal with artists. Artists are a particular kind of way. I know I am, but at the same time, it's like, to me, the only thing that bugs me be the guys that like. You gotta have growth and you gotta have hunger for what you're doing. Like you said, you can't have fast nothing. So what bothers me is the guys that are doing the bare minimum, do the most complaining, and then when opportunities pop up for them, they barely take them seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, yo, you gotta be out here. You gotta network. You don't gotta network with everybody. I'm not asking you to like people that you don't like, but what you do, you gotta be. You're a brand.
Yeah.
When I buy something, when you buy something, you want what you pay for, right?
Exactly.
Nothing more, nothing less. So. You gotta always protect that. You gotta protect your integrity. You gotta protect your brand as best way you can.
And remember, don't build a box and a fence around yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Like you said, you people out there like on some real like little kid shit. It's like, bro, like some shit. Oh man, he stepped on my shoe in 3rd grade, and now I ain't gonna. Hey, bro, now you're just like you're limiting yourself from. Maybe you're gonna meet somebody from this camp.
Yeah, you can't be grudge holding like that, bro. That's
you know?
petty. And everybody grows. That's like what I'm saying.
Energy in, energy out.
Yeah, man. And you gotta have growth, bro. You gotta move beyond that type of way of thinking, and understand also when you're dealing with people, they may not be where you're at. You know, you might be mentally on way more on a whole nother level, more mature or whatever. And you gotta understand that. You gotta understand maybe at one point that was you.
No, but for sure. And if you can't see that Like if you're sitting there, once you feel like you've done what you need to do to have your mental health, happiness, and everything's going your way, and you can't remember the days where you didn't have nothing, and you basically weren't, you was just you can never speak bad about nobody when you was doing the same shit.
Exactly, and you I mean, and also that how we react to shit, how we react, whether it's just on a street level or just like on a relationship and dealing with people level. It's like you got to make sure that you analyze what you're doing and you react appropriately, man. You gotta grow. You can't every action doesn't deserve a reaction. You know what I'm saying? And every person that doesn't see things or see something contrary doesn't deserve your attention. You know what I mean? You gotta be able
that's real shit, Cuddy.
You gotta protect your energy, bro, and you gotta protect your vibe, and you can't engage everyone because everyone is not where you are at mentally. That's
real shit. You can stamp some real shit approval on that statement.
Yeah, man. So it's just about when I say growth, it's like, okay, I'm not telling you nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying and I'm growing. I'm getting to where I need to be as a human being.
I feel like you're right though. I feel like the way you react to things is gonna make or break your life.
Yeah.
Because
it's your choice.
Yeah.
If you got, like, for instance, a motherfucker threatens you, start swinging on you, you're gonna defend yourself. If you're not going to defend yourself, you're going to run, but you're going to react to it. You know what I mean? And how you react is going to define that moment, So if you know you can't fight and you're just like, fuck it, I'm out of here, then you're out of there. And you know what? You're okay. You live to fight another day. If you know you can't fight and you just start fighting this motherfucker and you could have left or got away or ran or whatever it is, then you know if you whip your ass and stomp your ass out, that was your choice. That know how you reacted to that situation. Now, if you're a fighter and that's what you like, and you're like, well, I'm gonna get this motherfucker a run for his money, then do what you gotta do too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it hurts more to run away.
Yeah, you know how we are. We're men with pride, bro. So men have a lot of pride, and that's a problem too. But at the same time, it's also I feel like pride, if used in the right way, is a survival mechanism.
No, I feel you. You gotta pick and choose your battles. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I took an ass whooping before, so
I've lost plenty of fights.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like it is what it is.
Shit out, motherfuckers. Just get
too. Yeah, right. Just get up and just keep it pushing. Yeah. But I tell you what though, everybody always remembers that one friend that, like, where was he at?
Yeah. That's real talk, man.
So it's like, I don't know. And it's just, I guess it's just, it's primal instinct, the fight or flight thing.
It is, man. And we've all had that. I mean, I've been in situations where we're about to get into a fight and I look around and motherfucker gone. Like, okay. But I prefer that because why are you gonna stay here and get beat up though? It's like, and on top of that, it's like, I just be who you are. Like, for me, and see, to me, and that understanding is like, okay, he not a fighter.
Yeah, you gotta.
So maybe he's not the person that I want to keep around me when we in situations like this. Or maybe I just understand, okay, he's just a regular guy. He's not even about that shit. If he runs, I'm not gonna fucking be like, oh, you a bitch or you this or that. But now if he's a guy that's portraying to be something and he's like, yo, I'm this and that and you're supposed to have me and you run, that's a different thing. You feel what I'm saying? But some people ain't like that. So me as an understanding person and understanding the situation, I was like, okay, he's not a fighter, so I can't really be upset with him. He did what came natural to him.
Yeah, right.
To me, I did whatever in the situation came natural to me. So
I mean, I just depending on the situation.
It depends on the situation, and it depends on who it is too. Cause like, if it's just somebody that's your friend's friend, or you just met him, or okay, I don't know you. You don't got a dog in this fight. I get it. But if it's like my cousin,
like, come on, bro,
or somebody I grew up with, and we done been together and been fucking held it down, it's like, bro, you left me hanging. That's some sucker shit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Straight
bro,
up.
like,
it all depends on who it is, because it's pride's a motherfucker. It's like, it's not only just they ran and they left you to fight. Maybe you handle your business. You would still be mad if you had to fight by yourself. The simple fact is they're like, these motherfuckers seen me kicking it with this cat, and then this cat ran on me. I'm the only one to stay, so they went back there and probably, you know what I mean? So and pride's a motherfucker. It's a bad thing too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, and I feel like in that sense, like you're saying, just try. I've been trying my best, as I get older. You feel me? To try to, sit back and really analyze situations and really, like you said, pick and choose where you're gonna put your energy, because I mean, everybody always has something to say, And I mean, at the end of the day, if you let that shit eat you up, bro, then it's doing what it's supposed to, If you just keep it pushing on your own hype, bro, and live in your own world, bro, ain't nothing gonna stop you. You just do your thing, mind your own business, bro. I feel like that's always been, something that needs to be, I mean, especially in the age of, it's hard right now with everyone with the cameras and everything. But I mean, if it's not something you stand for, just, you know, get out of the way, you know? Like, how are you going to talk bad about a podcast and you don't even do podcasts? You don't know nothing about a podcast, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, everybody always got something to say, and you ain't going to fall into that well, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
I feel like, man, if it's not for everybody. If you don't like it, that's your decision, and, you know, more power to you, bro. You know, maybe, and I'm not above taking any kind of, you know, constructive criticism either. I'm not going to get mad if you say, hey, bro, maybe you should do this a little bit different. And then I start getting pissed off. Like, now you're shutting down, you know, something this nigga could have just laced you up with something stupid to put on your plate. And instead you just choose to let your ego stop it before it even gets anywhere near you, you know? So reaction's huge. Reaction is huge.
And, you know, you'll live and die by it, you know? Your reaction, how you do things. That's why, like they say, the motherfuckers that are the most coldest are the ones that are most calmest when shit pops up. They're like the most calm and calculated, and they don't get flustered too easy, you know what I mean? So and that's how you gotta be. That's why we were talking about the Coronas, like, man, I'm riding this shit down to the wire, because this shit is not done unfolding. I don't know what to believe, what not to believe. When it's all said and done and it's all out there, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, just protect those around you, protect your family,
exactly,
man.
And exactly.
And go day by day. If you gotta stay in your house, you know?
Yeah, man.
But shit.
It's what it is, man. It is what it is. So it's the Know About Podcast. We moving and grooving like we always do, man.
Feel me.
Shit, bro. Anything new coming up? Any projects? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
you know we always gotta plug what we got going on for the people too.
That's for sure. You know,
just in case if they like that type of stuff.
So you know, keep your eyes peeled. The shop YouTube dropping soon. Right now, we got it on YouTube. You can check it out. Shout out to Sly Scholar. Shout out Be Nasty. Shout out Ends with the Lens. Westbound Entertainment.
Shout out Be Nasty.
Yeah, everybody that was out here. Shout out Global Mafia Entertainment for coming through that night. Of course, Half and Blaze for coming through for that other episode. Y'all gotta check that one out. That one's edited by Ends. Shit, you know, just keep, you know, shout out St. Kicks, because, you know, we pushing shirts out that motherfucker, you know.
Definitely.
You know, and shout out everybody that support, you know, the interviews and the YouTube channels and the shooters and Blazing Half and everybody that's doing something out there. Shout out everyone out there, you know, working and doing things they love.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, and that's really it for me. I got more shit. I'm knocking the rust off. It's been 2 weeks, you feel me? But definitely shout out everybody. Shout out Saints Kicks. Shout out Barry Exotic. You know, we always fuck with them. Y'all already know that we've been having a long-standing relationship with them. So shout them out. Shout out Half. Shout out, you know what I mean, the originals, you know what I'm saying? The album dropped. So since I last talked to y'all, we had an out record release. That's kind of what took my time, y'all. Y'all got to remember, I wear many hats, and sometimes I can't wear them all at the same time. So I'm the guy with the little hat rack at the house. You feel me? And today I stepped out on my podcast shit, and I don't really plan on doing nothing else but that, you know. Well, then go home and do whatever I need to do. You feel me? My regular everyday stuff. But today I'm just wearing the podcasting hat. So for the past 2 weeks, I've really been on promo mode. We got a video, Streetlights, out right now. We got, you know, appearances on the shop with you. I'm talking to a couple people, just trying to do a little press run for it as much as we can, because, you know, Corona's only going to allow so much. But, yeah, we just been moving. Shout out the RiBirth Clothing Co.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? The clothing companies we running and shit out here. It's good, man. We just trying. We trying to do our best. We independent.
Sure.
I really want to do something, bro. Like, to be honest with you, like, I want to do like a call to action or something soon. Whenever we're able to to get back in you know, public, you know, publics, I want to do like a call to action and just link up with a bunch of underground and independent clothing designers and content creators and stuff like that, and maybe do like a yearly function where we all get together. I think I'm pretty sure I have a location where we could do it at. And really just, you know, just network, man. Right now is important, everybody. Understand this. These corporations, no matter what happens, they're going to be all right. What y'all got to do is take your money and whatever money that you get and you're going to spend, and you should really be putting it back into your communities, putting it back into small grocery mom and pops, them gas station places, you know what I'm saying? Them corner stores. Put your money in those. Put your money in black-owned and brown-owned businesses that are owned by you know what I'm saying, basically by, you know what I mean,
By me and you.
by us, like
You
for
know?
us, you know what I'm saying, for all of us, really. And that doesn't just mean black and brown, but I'm just saying in general for all the people, all the ethnicities, all the different cultures. Like, we are what powers these big companies. They rely on our money, period. If we wanted to, I told my son the other day, I was like, just imagine this. If we did a campaign, like a nationwide campaign, and we're like, we're going to put 25 up and coming people on the list, and we're asking everybody out there to donate $1 to this campaign till we get goals $10,000, and then we're going to give it to that person. Right. The whole nation, think about it. That's not even a lot. Compared to the people per capita that we have out here, that's not even a lot. And we could inject money right into a small business right away. And I know people are like, well, that's $10,000. So it's like, look, everybody's only giving $1.
Right.
So it's not like somebody is super putting, you know what I'm saying?
Just dropping everything on it.
And they have that. They have crowdfunding and they have this and that. But I'm talking about just like a real grassroots campaign where you're like, you know what? Boom. No questions asked. He's a good person. He's doing his thing. He's up and coming entrepreneur. Let's put him in pocket. Or not even that. Where we got 10,000 people to pledge to buy a T-shirt off of you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck giving them money. If we could do a campaign where we all around the internet, we got 10,000 people to say, hey, look, I'm gonna buy, and we'll make it cool. $20. We'll buy a $20 T-shirt. We pledge as soon as he gets them. Boom. And just start taking orders. You know how many people you could put in pocket? That's the power that we have as consumers, and that's the power we have in our own community. We have the power to bring anybody up and make them that if we want to by spending our dollars with them instead of anywhere else. And I know that there's going to be some stuff you have to spend. You have to go to the grocery store. There's certain things that we just cannot make. But I'm saying for your entertainment, I'm saying for your clothing, I'm saying for certain things that you know that you would go to Walmart for, that you know somebody else is making them just as good, if not better. That's where you need to put your money into.
Exactly.
And that to me is the most important thing right now, because
these conglomerates are taking the small man out of business right now.
Exactly. Well, think about it like this: if we don't support each other, who is? These big companies they're getting bailed out. They're not gonna bail out no small businesses. And at the end of the day, they're closing their doors, but they still want your money.
Oh, they still want the rent. Like my cousin, he cuts hair. He's the owner of Ace of Face right there at Antioch Mall. They shut him down, and they're like, man, they still want rent.
Yeah.
It's like it's no kind of cut, but there was a cuts for the auto industry, and those cuts for all this and that.
And you know what? They say they did cuts for small business, but it's nowhere near enough. It's nowhere near enough. You want to see the places that you go to and you frequent stay open? Go put your money in there.
Yeah, dine out. Dine
out, fucking pick up. And there's all kinds of shit. I know people that make natural body soaps and washes and scrubs.
Everything.
And all kinds of stuff. Like, it ain't just one product.
CBD, everything.
If you go out there, you will find, and that's what that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to understand that, put that money back in the community, because then you'll see how it directly affects that community, because that person lives in your community. So where you think he's going to spend his money? He's going to spend his money back in the community. One way or another, it's going to come around here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be spread back around. So it actually helps keep the whole ecosystem out here in. The money stays in. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just my opinion. Y'all can fact check me, whatever. But that's really the hype I've been on. I've been really hoping that we could do that. I see a lot of people still giving their money up to these big brands like they give a fuck about you. When you could put... You know what I'm saying? I've always had a thing that's like, dude, you can't be the only guy in your crew wearing Gucci.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you can't be. I'm just saying, like, on some real shit, everybody should be empowered around you if they're really your crew. Now, whether they have that capacity or not, who knows? But I'm just saying, that's just my theory. Like, so my philosophy is if you're around me, I'm gonna do whatever I can, whatever access to any avenues that I have, you have them too, so that I'm helping you in any way possible I can. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? So, and because you're around me and I want you doing something, I want you a boss. I don't want like followers. I want you to have your own thing going and we're building.
Yeah.
But That's my philosophy, and it's like you wanna bring up the community around you for you to have a better quality of life in that community.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. It's just like water on the plant. You watch it grow. It's and it's someone that you went to school with, someone that you kicked it with. And it's dope to see things like that happen. My mom, she does taxes.
Yeah.
And she used to do it at our house. You know, we used to have 25 biceps sitting in our living room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and she's getting her money, bro.
Yeah.
And she's getting her money, doing her thing, and keeping it in the hood.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, she's been doing her thing for a long time. Shout out Hernandez Income Tax Service. You know?
That's right.
And
I'm plugging everything, y'all.
you know, everything.
Yeah,
you know, Pro Tires. You know, what's up, Burn?
All that.
Yeah,
But for real though, I'm serious though.
You know,
like you got to, man.
Put it back into our businesses, man. We got tire shops, we got T-shirts, we got food, we got what you need. You know.
Just remember, you are the consumer. Your money is what they're looking for. You know, you are what drives this because you work. They can't. Their factories, their businesses, they can't run without you.
Exactly.
You get paid that money and you just give it back to them in some form. You know what I mean? Take some money that you would take to go buy it here or buy it there. And like I said, spend with small business. You know? Spend with these small businesses because they're doing the same thing. But only they're right here and you get to see where it's going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You get to see where your shit's going. So it's important to me. It's really a line-up press. I try to stress that enough. I probably don't stress it enough on the podcast, but because I don't want to be redundant.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But for sure,
I mean, and even then, you can just tell why, you know, what you see motherfuckers wearing. You know, you always show support to what's popping. You know, when people are out here grinding. Shout out Bay Kids Clothing.
Shout out everybody. I try my best, yo. Look, I try my best. Don't get me wrong. I be feeling like I take like long ass breaks from social media and shit too, like. Cause
you need to.
It's just. And what I mean by breaks, I means like from posting shit on my feed, from commenting, responding to comments. I'll look back and I'll feel bad because I'll get so many comments I won't respond to somebody's shit, and then I'll fucking or likes and stuff, and then I'll go back and I'll see the post and I'm like, fuck, I just say nothing. I'll respond hella late, like, bro, thank you and shit. But it's because sometimes I just unplug and I just don't look at it.
That's necessary.
But for the most part, I do my best. I'm not perfect. No one here's perfect, and no one's asking you to spend all your money with anybody. Spend it if you like it, but always give that small business the first look. You know what I mean?
You know,
before you go, you know, to whatever, you go to the mall or you go online shopping. It's like you can go online shopping to some of these businesses too, and they got you, and everything's in good quality and good taste. So just keep that in mind. It's the Known by Podcast. Pep Mendo, once again, appreciate it, bro. Thank you for
sure.
for hosting me here.
Thank
and,
you.
And giving the people something to talk about. We just gonna keep it moving like we always do. You know what I mean? Follow us at _in_by_podcast on Instagram. You could subscribe to the YouTube channel at RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth with an I, RiBirth Media Films with a Z. Or you could go to SoundCloud and look us up, No Invite Podcast. We are working on our website shit right now so we could actually bring it to Spotify and everything else. You got to, like I said, I'm a one-man band. So sometimes the one-man band can't do the drum solo and then jump into the guitar. You feel me? Sometimes, yeah, you got to pick. He going to drum solo. Yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying, a moment of silence and then jump into the guitar. So give me a moment to do my thing. So just know I'm trying, y'all. I'm going to try to give y'all the best experience for what I got, and we out.
Follow the No Invite Podcast on Instagram. No_invite_podcast.